Hello everyone, Tommy the Tank here. The other day I had a correspondence with a fellow subscriber called Chris Take, and basically we were talking about the noise that these Mehano locos make. Not all of them, they're just some of the early ones with what I call the open can motors. So this one is a 216, and this one is actually a Lima. This is a V160, so this is a comparison. Now then, here we have the Mehano motors, the open frame motors that I've removed from a number of locos I bought over the years because basically they're just too rough, too noisy. So I've either converted them, or as in my last video, I used a body shell from a Mehano 70000 and put it onto a Pico chassis, and then made that look like a Class 47 loco. So this one, I've spent a long time going through the motor, the gears, trying to find a solution to keep it quiet. So if you just bear with me. Wrong way. Right, so we'll start it off again the right way this time. There we go. This one, like I say, I don't like to give up on a project. I'll keep going and going and going over a period of time, and I'm sure Darren from Bleak Lane would like to know. Consuming gallons of tea. It stopped because I have a bit of a bad point there. There we are. Yeah, so gallons of tea and biscuits, plenty of breaks, because again, these will drive up the wall. So I'm reasonably happy how this is running now. The noise from this was unbearable. There's another gentleman I'm subscribed to, and he's subscribed to me, and that's Cal Gauntlet. Cal has an amazing collection of old Triang Hornby locos, and he also has one of these Mehano. They're RSO, they're marked RSO, made in Yugoslavia, but they're Mehano. So he featured his last Sunday amongst other locomotives. So I just want to show what can be achieved if you have a lot of patience and a box full of bits. So there we go. The other thing that's strange about these Mehanos is the motors are pivoted on a pin that runs through the base of the motor and into the chassis. And I could never understand why they did that. But what I've done away with that. I'm just going to put my box of motors down. I had another old Mehano loco, and I removed the chassis, and I cut the section which holds the non-driven bogie, and I glued that into the loco, or adapted it to fit the chassis of this. So now the motor is rigid. It doesn't pivot how it did before. And I think personally I've improved the traction, because I have no idea why anyone would put a pin through the bottom of a motor and let it pivot. I've now got extra traction, as I said. I've also fitted 2 new Fleischmann traction tyres, which has helped a lot. It's still not perfectly quiet, but it's acceptable. It's acceptable. I'll try and slow it down even a bit more. And as you see, it's pulling a track cleaner because again, I think that point where it stopped might be a bit dirty, so. Plus it's a bit of load on the motor to try and get everything to settle down. There we are, slowed it right down now. So that's 100% improvement on how it was. It wouldn't even crawl like this or go slow, and it was so noisy. So I'm quite happy with how it is now. Right, now what we'll do, I hope, is run the 160, if I go the right way that is. There we go. So this is the 160 by Lima. And like I say, these can also be noisy, but with some careful attention to the gears, filing off any burrs or nibs, it helps them to run a lot quieter. So there we are. You don't have to spend a fortune on locals, but what I like to do is get them to run as quiet as possible. These 216 were also known as Lolas in Germany, after Gina Lola Brigida, the beauty. So these have quite a following in Germany, and like I say, they're a good looking loco, and it's a shame that Mehano didn't make, in my opinion, a better drive for them. And there we are. So here comes my Lima. There we go. Yes. Bring it to a nice gentle stop. You see, you can get them to run fairly quietly and fairly smoothly. It just takes a lot of patience and a lot of tea and biscuits. Okay, so thank you for watching. Bye now.